You found your way to Bellwood, a quiet village where the lanterns never dim, where the air smells of wood smoke and wild thyme, and the night hums with gentle, steady life. Here, the roads are slow, the firelight is warm, and even the deepest troubles begin to loosen their hold. Bellwood has a way of working things out, a way of softening the edges you didn't know had grown sharp. Come in. The hearth is waiting. Let the stillness find you now. The keeper of the hearth. You've been awake since before the first light touched the windows. Your apron tied snug and your hands warmed against the kettle's rising steam. The tavern is quiet in these early hours, save for the soft murmur of embers shifting in the hearth, and the faint scrape of a broom across the wide wooden floor. Already, you can hear the world stirring outside. The clop of hooves on frozen ground. The low murmur of voices carried on the wind. Soon, they'll be coming. Hungry, weary, hopeful, or burdened, it is your work to meet them with warmth. The door creaks open and cold air curls in like a ghost. A farmer steps inside, stamping his boots on the rushes. His hands are raw from the winter air, his hat dusted with frost. "Morning," he says with a polite nod. "Could do with a bit of bread and cider before I head out." You fetch him a trencher of bread, its crust still warm from the hearth oven, and set down a crock of butter alongside it. A pewter mug follows, the cider steaming faintly in the dim light. As he eats, you tend to the fire, coaxing it back to life with a fresh log. Sparks leap upward, dancing in the smoky glow. In the 18th century, taverns like this were the heart of their communities. Inns, post houses, meeting halls, and kitchens all at once. You've seen travelers arrive covered in road dust, their eyes heavy with sleep. Merchants with coin purses jingling at their belts. soldiers on leave, boots worn thin. Children clutching their mother's skirts, wide-eyed at the glow of so many candles in one place. Each one brings their own weight, and each one leaves a piece of their story behind. By midday, the tavern is alive. The hearth roars, the air rich with the scents of roasting fowl, onion broth, and baking bread. You move between tables with practiced ease. A merchant requests more ale and a slice of pork. A fiddler warms his hands by the fire, asking if you've heard any news from the port. A young couple shares a bench near the window, their heads bent close in quiet conversation. In your apron pocket, you carry scraps of paper, messages to pass to the coachman, orders for more flour, reminders to mend the curtain in room 3. Every so often, you pause to stir the kettle or wipe down the counter. Your hands never sit for long. Though your feet ache and your hands are red from scrubbing, there are moments that make the work light. The smile of a tired mother as you hand her a bowl of stew for her little boy. The sound of a traveler's laughter as he tells a story to strangers over mugs of cider. The way the fire hums softly at night, as if it too has been listening all day. You wonder sometimes how many lives have passed through this room, how many hearts have been eased by the simple gift of food and warmth. As the dusk falls, lanterns are lit, and the tavern grows golden and soft. New guests arrive, some loud and eager, others quiet and cautious. A man in a wooden cloak asks for a private table. A fiddler begins a gentle tune in the corner, filling the air with a lifting melody. A pair of young girls dart inside to deliver a basket of eggs, giggling as they stamp snow from their boots. You keep moving, filling mugs, slicing bread, carrying steaming bowls of broth to weary hands. At last, the rush ebbs. Only a handful of guests remain, their voices low and murmuring. The fire burns lower now, its light more amber than gold. You snuff half the candles, leaving just enough glow to guide latecomers to their beds. Upstairs, footsteps creak as travelers settle into their rooms. You pause by the hearth, feeling the day's work in your shoulders. The wooden beams above you seem to hold the voices of the day, the laughter, the arguments, the soft sighs of tired souls. This is what it means to keep a tavern, to keep a hearth, to keep a little corner of the world warm against the cold. Perhaps tomorrow will bring new travelers with new stories. Perhaps some of tonight's guests will rise early and leave quietly. Their chairs pushed back just enough to suggest they'll return one day. You gather the last mugs from the tables, the pewter cool to the touch. The scent of beeswax and smoke lingering in the air. The tavern holds its breath as you close the door behind the final guest. For a moment, there is only the soft crackle of embers and the steady beat of your own heart. And then you move again, readying the room for morning light.